I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. BeWyll joins me. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thanks so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm BeWyll. I'm a Fox VTuber, also a war beast in my lore, and I mostly play FPS games.
You got a great voice for this, by the way. I hope you have been able to use that for like other things. Have you thought about voice acting type of stuff?
I have. I really invested into my setup, so I could actually do all kinds of things, but I haven't really gotten into it yet.
No, you. I hope you get a chance to use that instrument of yours. It's good stuff. When did you get started on content creating?
Well, I got started back when I was getting into. Well, I had a lot more time during college.
Mm-hmm.
So during college, I always wanted to have like a hobby. So content creation, I think Destiny 1 was when I was like really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Destiny 2, I really started making like montages and stuff. But the whole content creation thing actually started way back. I actually used to do animation off of MS Paint and some Sony Vegas editing, like those AMVs,
right?
Back in the day.
Yeah. So, do you do any of that stuff now, or?
I do. I try a lot of things. I don't like continuously to do them.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of get like I stop doing it, and then I'm like, oh, I need to try this now, and so I'm just all over the place.
So you dabbled it a little bit of this, dabble a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It certainly shows that you got a creative side to you if you're able to do something like that. If I dabbled in something like that, I'd just break a computer or something. I would have no idea how to deal with it. So when you first turned on the microphone and got in front of a online audience, when did that happen?
That must have been when I was starting to get a lot of like friends online, and a lot of people encouraging me to get into streaming and to start putting my voice out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried like so many things on stream to like kind of be more open, but I can never reveal my face, so that's why I am now doing VTubing.
Yeah, it does give you that opportunity to have just that enough of an anonymity to let your guard down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, they get to. Some folks say that they get a chance to be more themselves than they normally am. Do you think this is the case for you?
Yeah, I'm actually not too different from what I'm like with some friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does show your what's going on inside your head, though, a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you say you play mostly what type of games? FPS games?
Yeah, a lot of FPS. It was mostly Destiny 2. That's when I released, or Destiny. I really started getting into Destiny, and then, but Halo was actually like the first FPS game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've really gotten into since I was a kid. So Halo 3, I would say is the game that really got me into FPS.
Very immersive. I see folks get into those games and they're very focused once they get in there. Is that the case for you?
No, it was mostly fun, and then I started to get really competitive into it.
Yeah.
And then I started to test myself in other games, and then I do have a little competitive side, so then I started competing a little bit
Mm,
on some online MLG game battles,
yeah.
and tried to test myself against other people. And yeah, I learned a lot through FPS games.
How'd you do in the battles?
So in MLG game battles, so you would have 1v1s or 4v4 team battles
Right.
with your team, and there'd be like a score online of how many wins and losses your team has.
Oh,
And there's a leaderboard. So the more wins you would have, the more you would go up there and be noticed by maybe some professional teams
right,
or players.
right.
But we never really went into too much of that. Uh, we didn't really go high up there. We just kind of played just to see and test ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. And did you find the competitive part entertaining as much as entertaining as the non-competitive part?
Yes, there's a lot more rules to it. Like you can't use certain weapons. You can only use one gun. Everyone has like the same controller back then, so it was really just testing to see like who has the best movement, game sense, how their aim is.
So it really strips it down to the basics then, and it is really a test of skill.
Yes.
Yeah. And so somebody who doesn't have a mega controller that allows them to program in things that you normally won't be able to do very easily, that wasn't allowed back then.
No.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just full of bumpers and triggers in the back of the controller,
Mm,
and then some people have some weird configurations to where they have certain buttons in the back just doing everything for them without having to move their fingers around.
yeah.
And
That's really that's like having an AI do your game. I mean, if somebody else is if the whole thing is taking over for you, are you really playing the game at that point? It's
yeah,
it's, and I say this knowing full well that I could not play Fallout without the VATS. I need that targeting system. But then I'm old and I don't have the Twitch strength to play that sort of thing on fast mode. Um, does it get to the point in those games sometimes where it's even too fast for you to keep up?
so Destiny 2, like over the years, it's getting really old now. It's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even go back in that game. I think I took like a hiatus from it from like a couple months to a year,
Uh-huh.
and now that I go into it, I can't get a single kill. Everything's moving so fast.
Oh, that's frustrating. That's why I couldn't do the games like the Marvel Rivals and such. I watched somebody
Hmm.
play that, and I don't even know what's going on. And they're cruising through and firing away at people. I don't even see who they're firing at. I, I don't think I could even be like a doorstop in that game. But things advance and keep moving on. Have you tried any VR type stuff with that?
I do want to get into VR,
Mm,
but I just don't have a VR headset.
yeah, yeah. Do you think that would be? How would you do in that situation with the VR? Do you think?
Oh, I think it would be really interesting to like not hit anything in my room.
Yeah, there is that. I think there's going to be people in the future who build rooms specifically for their VR, where they have enough room to run around and not smack into things and rubber walls and such.
Yeah, I'm jealous of people with big rooms.
Yeah, they'll have those built into their homes when they finally do build them in the man cave or whatever they have, but down below. The streaming these games, has it been tough for you to play these games and keep up with chat?
So not really, because if you're dying a lot, then you just have a lot of time just to peek around the corner and be like, "Oh, look at they someone said something."
Yeah. The advantages of dying frequently in games. Yeah, well, there is that, I suppose. But when you get into the situations where you're facing someone and you're having a hard time getting through, does do your gaming instincts take over, and is it tough to even get chat involved at that point?
So I believe chat knows when you're locked in and you're just being a little quiet and you're barely moving.
Yeah,
You probably have a face going on, like your model starts, the tongue starts sticking out a little bit, maybe, or like the eyes just locked.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, a friend of mine used to do that in his games, where it looked like a a lizard or something. And blah, 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 his tongue stuck out. I'd be like, "Hey, like, what are you doing, Fuzz?" His nickname was Fuzz. What are you doing, Fuzz? Blah, 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 all the way through the game. It was so distracting. Um, yeah, they would know that pretty good. So when you started to get some folks following you, and you started to get that chat up a little bit, were you uh, surprised that people were sticking around to uh, be around your personality?
I was actually at the first part because I was new
Hmm.
um, to a lot, and I didn't really have a model back then. I just had a PNG, and a lot of them I just like started talking to them outside of stream, and they just started appearing in my stream like consistently, and
Hmm.
it just kind of like grown to like I just knew all these people, and they would come by and just say hi.
Yeah, yeah, out from all over the world.
Right.
Yeah, was that even a consideration for you when you started, or was it just the just wanting to get on and play the games online?
Uh, well, like a friend said, you kind of want to start streaming the stuff that you think you're really good at,
Mm,
and then get other people that are interested in the same things as you to start like find you and playing with you.
yeah,
And so I kind of used it to actually make friends and find other people that play the same games as me.
mm, that's cool. That's cool. The what would you say your relationship with your chat is at this point? Are they uh, rooting for you, or are they plotting against you? What what do they what do they usually do?
Well, even though I would really like a chat that would just consistently just call me bad at the game or throw stuff at me, um, they're mostly nice and they're always rooting for me, posting emotes and just keeping chatting about other things.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, you don't want them rooting against you too much, and messing with your head while you're doing the game.
I try not to get them mad, but when I do, I kind of just go with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the audience is going to know when you do anyway. I mean, the folks who've listened to you more than a couple times are going to pretty much know when you're out of sorts a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. And are there any VTubers that you watch right now?
So I'm really big into the blue and orange people.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know if you have heard of Carrie Lupine
I have. Yeah,
and Kaito Tojiko.
that one I haven't, but I heard of Perry Lupin. Yeah, are they and their type of stuff is what you enjoy?
Yeah, so Carrie, she may not play the game. She might like talk a lot, but it's like really interesting on what she has to say about stuff, or like her chat just throwing stuff and getting her real mad. And then you have the other side. Kaito, he's usually playing the same games that I do
Hmm.
and that I'm interested in. And we kind of met and just started playing Halo.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that's really nice to be able to make that sort of connection.
Right. Yeah, it was actually pretty nice I was kind of like nervous because he's like a larger content creator,
Right.
but he actually turned out to be a really nice person.
Yeah, and I hate to hear about obviously I hate to hear about stories of larger content creators being different than their acting differently than you would expect. But I would imagine most folks, once you kind of get past the fanboy thing or fangirl thing, um, they're human beings, and if you get a chance to make that connection, it's pretty valuable. And that's what I kind of like to do with the interviews is get past the the nervous part and get to just talking with people and finding out what they're doing and what they're expecting. Um, it just makes things a lot more comfortable all the way around. Uh, when
Before
go ahead.
before VTubing, like I just heard all this stuff about being careful
Uh,
of connecting with certain people and then finding out, their true intentions,
yeah.
or like finding out if you guys are actually like have a lot of common interest and um, ideas. But um, so I've always been like worried. I'm a very I forgot the word.
I do that about when I think about myself. I try to forget as much as possible.
Gullible. There it is.
There so you'll buy into it a little bit.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's you always have to keep on guard a little bit with folks. Have you been able to enjoy a lot of collaborations?
Yes. So the collabs I've started to get a lot of when I first started VTubing is actually the people that got the same like model from the same VTuber artist,
Uh-huh.
model artist, and it's cool is that we all kind of like met up and was like, hey, like we all kind of look the same. Let's start doing more stuff together, and it's really cool that I've got to meet them and still talk to them to this day.
I'm reminded of the Alice Cooper song "Clones." We're all clones. So did you find that the same that those folks kind of had the same interests that you did game wise?
They're very kind of different.
Mm,
More wild than me, maybe more like conservative of what they like want to do.
mm.
But it's just really funny just having a bunch of mixed people from all around the world just coming together and just trying to be real funny.
It's 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 interesting, especially when you're talking with someone from another culture, that if you can connect and click right away, it makes for a really good pairing. But sometimes it's really the odd couple when you do something like that, and it doesn't. It might work great, it might not work so great, and that's just kind of the risk you take with it. Um, and sometimes it's just not anybody's fault when it doesn't work so great. Just it doesn't
Yeah.
really mesh. Have you been able to mesh with folks pretty easily on collaborations?
Yes. I'm pretty like quiet anyways.
Hmm.
So I kind of just go along to what they say and what their content is, and I mesh pretty well for like all kinds of different people.
See, there you go.
Um,
That makes you awfully valuable as a collaboration partner.
oh, I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna put that advertisement out right now. If folks, you need collaboration partners, uh, BeWyll is right here.
I'm right here.
Yes. We'll have actually. By the way, we're gonna have all the links in the description for the video, so you can find out what BeWyll's got going on. The, getting people together for a collaboration. Do you find it off putting? Is it hard for you to do, or do you make the first move, or do you wait for someone else to?
I kind of wait for the other person to make the move.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems more comfortable for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
So like
in.
they set up everything, and I just joined. And I start doing my own thing.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, I mean, as you kind of feel in demand too, when somebody else comes to you, it's like,
I do nudge them a little bit.
hey, 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 just send just send 25 texts with just "hey" in it. That usually gets a response after a while.
For
Sometimes
me,
it's,
it's a bunch of emotes.
yeah, the same ones over and over again. Uh, uh, um, is there any games that you'd like to try that you haven't been able to do yet?
What I would like to try. Ooh. Well, I was kind of invited into Magic the Gathering
Ah,
and League of Legends, so I might actually try those games again.
mm. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, of course, is the card game, right? Online.
Yes,
Yeah. Have you played that offline as a game or?
I have. A friend of mine, he had a deck, and we just played like almost all night.
I see
I
it.
I played one round though, and I was so confused, but I just thought, it's a game that I could probably get into once I start playing it.
Yeah, I don't know obviously how it works, but I don't mind watching it because of there's obviously some real strategies involved and counter moves and such. It's kind of like chess with cards,
Hmm.
and there is some luck involved, depending on what card you pull. But again, you're setting up the deck to start with, so if you build a lousy deck, it's your fault. If you set up something that doesn't can't possibly work in your deck and you pull it and suddenly you're down to nothing. What's the most frustrating thing for you about that game? Is it when you absolutely have to sit and wait as somebody pounds you?
Well, what frustrates me is that there's no really way to like think about your next move. You're kind of just slowly powering up
Mm,
your field, waiting for a card to like turn things around, and then you have all this text that you need to read, and then someone else might instantly know what that means, and
mm.
then you're just constantly forgetting about that part of the text saying like, oh, this is supposed to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, if I use that, I lose three people on the board. Okay, well, a little late for that. Yeah, there's always side effects to those spells, um, and they always throw something dirty in. You can't just hit them for X amount of points. You got to, and then you have to sacrifice one of your best cards to do something like that.
And then
Uh,
they're like, you lose like 5 life points. I'm like, what?
yeah, I didn't see that in the there it is. The last line on the card. That's tough to take. Have you tried any other card games, either in person or online?
So growing up, I like collecting a lot of Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I actually really like Yu-Gi-Oh, like playing that game
Mm.
because it seems like it's not like kind of a really there's a lot of rules to it,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess it's more limiting to where why I like FPS games is where there's like a set
Mm-hmm.
to where like you're like you can understand like okay you can only put one monster down unless you have a card effect, and um it's a lot more simpler than Magic.
Yeah, yeah. You have to trust in the heart of the cards.
Right.
Yeah, to do that sort of thing. I tried to watch the show a little bit, and boy, I didn't understand the slightest bit. I was like,
Oh, it's mostly entertainment.
yeah, yeah. It's mostly the one guy getting beaten badly, and then Yu-Gi-Oh shows up to win.
Yeah.
Like, Joey, you really suck. Why do you keep doing this? You have never won. Why do you think you can win this? Joey's kind of the Krillin of Yu-Gi-Oh when it comes to that.
Yeah, he is.
Like, oh, I've got a great idea. Oh no, I've lost everything. Help! Do you watch a lot of like the anime type shows?
Yes, I do.
Mm.
There's a
What
there's a
types do you like?
few. So my favorite is probably Death Note because it has a lot of I guess real world scenarios,
Hmm.
and then like it brings some fantasy or like supernatural stuff into it,
Hmm. It
and it's kind of turns to like a like who is Kira?
mhm. Yeah, it doesn't, while it has a fantastic amount to it, it doesn't go so over the top that it's a there's no there is a reality to it, that could ground itself. There's some shows just don't have any of that.
Yeah, so that show was like it showed a lot of like what would happen if this happened in real life.
Hmm.
And then there's other shows that I like that are like completely like just takes you out of like the real world
Yeah,
into like everything's just games.
yeah,
So like no game, no life.
yeah.
That was probably the one show that I was like, I want to look like one of those characters, like so bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's when I had watched it, it was more the post-apocalyptic stuff or the futuristic stuff. Um, you know, I got involved in like Cowboy Bebop and that type of stuff. And um,
Have you watched the real life show on Netflix
no,
yet?
no, no. I just kind of I mean I wouldn't mind watching it, but I enjoy the animated so much that it would be very tough for me to enjoy it. Um, it it'd be like watching a you know like watching the movie Ghost in the Shell,
Yeah.
and it's like no, that's not right. After watching that sort of thing, he's like, oh no, I don't want to set myself up for disappointment as far as that goes. Um, Maybe if I watched it the other way around, then it would be a little bit easier to deal with. But when it's very, why do you think they do this? With they take an animated show that you can do anything with, and you have all the freedom in the world to do something with it, and then try to squeeze it down into something they can use real actors in. Why do you think they do that?
Um, I believe it allows them to put a story that a lot of people grew up watching and put it out for like a show for people who probably watched it in the past and
Mm,
kind of relive some of the moments they remember from anime.
mm,
It's a lot easier. The animation is not as easy, um, but I guess acting is, and I don't know, just puts it out for like an audience that anyone could really like watch
mm.
and be like, oh, I remember like this is like a like animated show, but now it's like a real life show, and
Mm.
maybe they'll be interested in it.
Maybe they can use that as a stepping stone to the actual animated show.
Right.
Yeah, because again, use it even it's tough to even take a book and make it into a movie that people will enjoy and watch, and not let go immediately point and say the book was better. That's
Right.
that.
I guess the con is they just put the long version and just trying to put it push it into like a small little film,
Yeah, yeah,
skipping a lot.
yeah. That would really be tough to take. I mean, look at Super Mario Brothers. They couldn't do that right. And Mortal Kombat. I mean, people, geez, when you can't do that, how do you think you're gonna do? You know, Ghost in the Shell for crying out loud. Um, would you like to? Is there a anime you'd like to see someone try to do with a real life cast?
Ooh. Uh I would say it would be really interesting if they made because they already did Death Note,
Yeah.
and it didn't turn out pretty well.
Mm.
I mean, it was a different story, but still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the No Game No Life, if they did a real life version of that, I'd be really, interested, and be really funny
Mm.
how some of this parts would come out.
Yeah.
It'd
Yeah.
be really interesting.
Yeah. You just get so much of a um. I think this way of some of the superhero stuff, especially on the DC side of things, where you get real people in the roles and it doesn't look right. I mean, no Superman that they put in looks like Superman. Uh, if you draw them though, it turns out to be pretty good, and you can have the all the effects you want in that sort of thing. But yeah, to each their own.
Yeah, it's like the DLSS 5
Yeah,
version of them.
yeah. What the let's go back to the Hanna-Barbera ones where they only have like three poses: flying, standing, and uh, punching something. That'd be about it. Uh, for you, is there a game that you enjoy that is your comfort game?
My comfort game. Oh, that's a hard one here. Let me look at my Steam list because I get really comfortable just getting into Halo
Hmm.
Infinite,
Yeah,
the new one.
yeah. Is
I
that
kind of just got used to how everything works.
yeah,
There's nothing changed to it, so I can always just go into it. Um, and there's no grind to it at all, really. It's just
mm,
you're just fighting other people, and maybe you'll have something funny happen.
yeah, yeah? But it's a game you can sit back and just kind of veg to.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And it's there's a lot of people go for the cozier games for that sort of thing, but if you've got a game that you're just so comfortable with that and you don't have to be too frantic to play. It could be any game that you have in that situation. Do you play those? Are those games that you play offline for the most part?
They're mostly online,
Mm,
but so like offline games, like story games, Resident Evil, Requiem, or 4, for example,
hmm.
you're constantly thinking about um, should I get rid of this gun? Should I sell this gun? Should I upgrade this gun?
Yeah.
And it starts making you think a little bit, and you just want to kind of turn your mind off and just shoot some things.
I'm going all Transformer 2 on this thing. No one watched Transformer 2 for the dialogue. We're going to blow things up is what we're going to do. And nobody watched Transformers 3 period. So that was different completely. Uh have you got any big events coming up here soon?
Big events.
Yeah. Any big
Hmm.
milestone moments?
Well, the big milestone kind of already like happened. I had a kind of like a birthday stream
Yeah. Yeah.
in the end of March, and I don't stream too often as much anymore. But when I do, almost every one's a kind of like a milestone for me.
Yeah. Makes it an event in itself
Hmm.
each time. Yeah. Have you got any plans to expand into different platforms or maybe um update a model or anything like that in the future?
Well, I am waiting on a like PNG tuber to kind of like some days I don't want to have the full model on some games because my computer just it gets way too hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these games are just too powerful.
Yeah, you don't want to be reduced to like only doing like magic pinball or uh what solitaire on the computer
I
because it takes.
wish I would have brought those back.
Yeah, yeah. I have solitaire on mine. It's the easiest thing to do between editing. Just waiting for the edit. So play about 16,000 games of solitaire in between. it.
Yeah, I'm looking into TikTok a
Mm,
little bit more.
yeah.
Uh, I have a lot of friends that are like posting on there, and I see their clips, and it makes me want to actually start clipping again and posting online for others to see because I still get a lot of interaction.
Yeah. Is it a pain for you to edit something like that?
Well, I have too many ideas for these clips, so I might like over edit or take too much time on one. So
Polish everything up. You got an artist mentality when it comes to this. It's not quite done. I need to have.
yeah, my mind's everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Well, the editing part's always the biggest thing. But finding the right part and finding something that works and take out anything that you know messes it up in between. I mean, it's a lot easier than it was 40 years ago when I did it in college. But it's certainly not the most fun task to do. Um, will you be using that more as a kind of an advertisement for your channel, or will you be doing some recorded things yourself?
Yeah, I think some of the things I do in stream, I really wish I clipped those and posted it online
Hmm.
because I think some people might actually really enjoy seeing something like that.
Oh well, yeah, they would. I mean, they enjoy seeing that. And I think if it's done right, it can serve as a really good advertisement for your stream because people might say, "Hey, I want to check out more of this," and then go to the link and find you on whatever platform you're streaming on. Would you like to stream on? Do you do dual streams, or would you like to do dual streams with platforms?
So majority of the time it's on Twitch,
Mm.
but I am uh, kind of like triple streaming at the moment
Mm,
with YouTube and Kick.
okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
how's that working?
well, I don't have any kind of like moderation and Kick,
Mm,
so I get a lot of like just advertisements just bombarded in the messaging that I see.
yeah,
So I may not stream on Kick that much. I always have problems with Kick.
yeah,
Um, but YouTube, I really like YouTube as an alternative because it just saves the VOD, and I think the quality comes out pretty fine. And I think a lot more people might like find me if I started posting more on YouTube as well.
yeah, yeah. You get the highlights and that sort of thing up there at least of the gameplay. Have you thought about some pre-recorded things?
Pre-recorded.
Yeah,
Um,
like doing
I
doing.
do some
Yeah, go ahead.
I do some pre-recorded things, but it's sometimes just me messing around, and I post them on Twitter or
Yeah,
X.
yeah. Nothing like permanent for V2 or YouTube or anything like that. Um, and
No, but I might rethink that.
yeah. What would you use? Like a comedic skit or what type of thing?
Oh, a lot of comedic skits.
Hey, get other people involved in it and post it. Try to embarrass them as much as possible. I think that usually helps. I'm used to that. I'm married. I can embarrass my wife in so many different ways at this point. Um, it registers immediately, and I know if I've done a good job. The um, so what days are you usually streaming, and what times during the day?
So on the weekends is like I like to give myself time to just chill and relax.
Mhm.
Um, so I work during the week, and I've always felt exhausted, but I kind of just like streaming randomly during the weeks
Mhm.
at night usually.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot earlier because I didn't have like a job at the time,
Mhm.
and it was kind of everywhere then. But yeah, right now it's mostly during the week, around 7 to 8 p.m.
Hmm. And you're able to. Do you keep what games you want to play? Do you let people know before the stream, or is it something that you choose after you start streaming?
I like to give surprises.
Ah, come up and have a you know Vegas 21 or something. We're just gonna
I
play.
do post.
We're just play blackjack the whole time.
Halo.
Yeah, and Halo, and go from there. Um, is there a certain type of game genre that you absolutely despise?
Ooh, that's
Yes,
a good question.
you see it and you're like, absolutely no way. I don't want anything to do with that.
Oh, so I don't. s- I've tried simulator games, but I just really understand the fun of it. That I had a collab with a truck simulator,
Mm.
and we would just drive around, and we're just like having some fun with other friends. But if I had to do that like solo, I would just hate the entire drive.
That's right. We're driving. Yeah, we're driving. My wife has got that, and she has also got every state that was available in there, so she can go over half the country at this point, driving around. And she proves why she never will drive a truck in real life. There's no way she's getting that license. One time I went by and she had the truck standing on its end, on the back end, and straight up in the air. And I'm like, I don't think that's physically possible, Misty. How did you do that? I don't know. Okay.
I think I got stuck over a rail and I just couldn't move, and I was just stuck there, and everyone was just like hauling.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. That's a nightmare for a truck. You're cruising for a destruction there. Um, it actually was uh, one of the towns I lived in for a while. We had a wreck along those lines where a semi tried to beat the train and got halfway across, and boom, all through the town. It was something to see. Luckily, nobody got hurt. Didn't damage the
Yeah,
train none. The train wins when it comes to that sort of thing. So you
yeah.
say you're talking about the simulators earlier. Um, I mean, if it's something that you enjoy doing is one thing, but you get like lawn mowing simulator. I hated lawn mowing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's one out there, and I'm like, the when I get the lawn mowed, I pay the neighbor kid. Here, here's some money. Go mow my lawn. That type of thing. I don't want to do that. Even as a kid, I hated mowing the lawn. Why do I want to spend money on a game where I'm mowing the lawn? But
There's maybe one that I'm interested in.
yeah,
That might be fine, and it's that power washing.
yeah. There's something about that that's I don't know, fulfilling, or like one of those ASMR type things almost to that.
Yeah, you just like seeing things clean.
Yeah, and you just get it done, and then you go on to the next one. It's something you definitely don't have to think too much about. Um,
Right.
but I mean, you do have like you can buy you can buy special tools for it. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Like buying a water pick for it or something. It does get down into it, but if you want to have one of those streams that takes a while and you can just kind of relax and chat with people, that would be the game to go to, I'd imagine. That sort of thing. When you've got a collaboration going, is it easy for you to keep your chat involved?
Um, I would say no because you're mainly like focused on the other person,
Hmm.
and most of the collabs you're kind of like you don't want to like pay attention to the chat too while
Yeah.
trying to just enjoy the game with somebody else. So uh, you're it's mostly just not streaming, but you're kind of just advertising yourself. Like, hey, like I'm playing this game like tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm playing it tomorrow. Come on to play it. Um, but I would imagine it'd be really tough to get channel, and then you've got to worry if you're worrying about your chat. You also have to worry about the other guy's chat.
Yeah,
And that could be
that
really bad if it doesn't mix well.
they just released that new feature to where they merge chats,
Mm-hmm.
or it's been out for a little bit.
Yeah,
But
not
I've
too
never
long.
really tried that out.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be good or bad for the most part, but um, I
I'd be so
don't know.
confused.
Yeah, and how does it work if someone has brought it up on two computers and is watching on both streams? Now, does it create like a time hole or something? A wormhole? You're watching on both streams and the streams come together? It's like unintentionally you created a time warp in between everything. So, would you say now that you're satisfied with how you've progressed as a VTuber? And was it a goal of yours um, to really get where you are today?
Well, when I left um, a job, I was kind of encouraged to start VTubing, and once um, I went all out pretty much
Hmm.
onto it. I had a blast learning new things. I met a lot of new people,
Hmm.
and the last 2 years it was great. But some things in life, comes around and things start slowing down, and you kind of just have to turn it into like a hobby and turn every stream into like a one like special one every single time,
Yeah,
whenever you can.
yeah.
And so it's starting to become like a short stream here and there.
Mm,
But I never want to stop.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're obviously enjoying yourself with it, and that's the main thing. Is that you're still you're entertaining people, and you're getting entertainment out of it. And that's the biggest thing going. And if you've got something going on outside of it, like a job that pays, or
Right.
anything along those lines, that's got to come first, obviously.
Hmm.
But in order, obviously, you're enjoying it if you're still keeping this into your life as much as you can.
It keeps me busy.
Well, yeah, and
With
in socializing, are you one of those folks who has a little trouble socializing outside of the internet?
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm. Has
I mean,
has this helped you with that?
it has, because I probably would have lost my voice if I didn't have any like trying to give entertainment
Yeah,
online
yeah,
and talk and communicate, and
yeah.
with all the investment I put into this, it's like I need to stream because why do I have all this?
Don't want to have a garage sale. I want to keep going with this. But I mean, you're still enjoying yourself. You're in chat's enjoying yourself, and that's the main thing that you're able to do. And I'm glad you have this for it, and I do appreciate you coming on with me. And hopefully we get you on sometime soon. We'll put the links for you up in the description. So if you'd like to check out what BeWyll is going on, we've got it right there for you. I thank you so much for coming on, and I hope that things continue going up for you as far as everything in streaming is concerned. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.